Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign, week 16, campaign 16, week 2, day 7. Anyways, so today, of course, it is a Sunday, so we shall be going over all of the weekly spoilers. Most noteworthy thing is that we are almost guaranteed getting a patch this Tuesday. We went over, I believe, on Wednesday's stream, but a quick synopsis on it. We are getting a bunch of UI changes. We are getting, that's almost it. But UI changes, and the biggest change as far as like gameplay-wise, they are making it so Underspire Dead Ends has more loot now. So basically how it is now, of course, you will find basically only basically three different paths. You either end in a boss room, you end in a dead end, or you end in a merchant. There isn't really anything in between. But next patch, they are adding a new type of room that you can end in that will basically just give you a little bit of loot, while also having a chance at one of 6 new legends that are being added. They're all pretty mediocre. Like they're usable, but you're probably not going to use them kind of legends. Like they're not unusable, but you won't be disappointed that you don't have them. But the only thing is, they are likely going to be associated, or actually they definitely are going to be associated to 6 different kingdoms, meaning that a kingdom star will be locked behind every single one of them. So you do eventually want to get them. So there is a bit more incentive to actually legitimately find dead ends starting next patch. But it's mostly supposed to be a reward system for if you do find dead ends, at least you get something better than nothing. As far as going out of your way for them, I probably wouldn't, at least not initially. Whatever you currently do for the event, you'd probably still do. And if you're already going all the way through, you're probably going to find naturally like 3 out of 6 of them anyway. So you probably don't need to worry about it too much. We don't know what the drop rate is. My guess is 10% chance per battle, which means it could take months to get them all. But they're not like super high priority, just for a few kingdom stars, so not too big a deal. And they do give you a little bit of loot. I'm not sure if we know like the exact full drop table, but it seems like it might have some good stuff on it, like maybe even writs and stuff like that. So they're not horrible, but the amount's probably going to be so minuscule that, you know, it's mostly just there to give you a little bit for reaching a dead end rather than absolutely nothing like it is right now. So that's basically the system that's going to be added. And it's a pretty small patch, mostly because they're planning something pretty big for 7.3, and 7.3 should be in sometime November. Like late November or so. And then we'll have another one probably in mid-December as they normally do. So it's pretty much the game plan. Anyways, unless they end up canceling the November one and just going all in on the December patch, we'll find out. Since it seems like it's going to be a bit bigger based on what they said. But anyways, let's go over all the things we have going on this week first. So, the odd couple events in which the Horned Wing is added to the game through the raids. We do have a raid event next week, and this is the raid troop we'll have. It deals some damage to an enemy, and if they are a boss, obviously does the standard 5 times extra damage. And it will destroy 7 random gems. It's not horrible. A little bit of mana accumulation. Obviously not a huge amount, and that does not scale on magic. That is a static 7 destroy. So if you have, 20 magic, that's still 7 destroy. So that is static. But overall, not horrible. It mostly just does what it normally does. Just kill raid boss and then just kind of sits there. Though it does have double magic, so that will help it a little bit. If you want to start poking out the other stuff as a mechanic that was added in, 7.0? So we will have that double magic poke, so it can at least do a little bit of damage to things that aren't the boss. But it's mostly primarily used for just destroying the boss every single time. As far as the other one here, the one actually available for Glory, we have the Mantis Mage. Of course, both of these for the Drifting Sands Kingdom. I forget what star that brings Drifting Sands to. Terransword probably tells us. I don't know, what does it say? What star does Drifting Sands become? That is not what I wanted to check. What star does Drifting Sands become? Because I actually don't know off the top of my head. Drifting Sands, Drifting Sands, Drifting Sands. Okay, it's currently 26, so it'll be 28 stars. So yeah, not quite there yet, but it's getting there. So gosh, some places have so few. Poor Drog Zoom. We're all the Drog Zoom troops and other ones. But anyways, all he does is create 8 brown gems and 8 yellow gems. Wait, don't we already have this exact same troop? For blue and yellow? We already have something that's like Mantis-like or something like that does exactly this, but like slightly different color. And the worst part is it doesn't even feed into itself. Brown and yellow are both 2 colors it does not use. So this is just pointless. It does have Airlink to go with it, but that is a very pointless troop. I don't see any reason why you would ever use this. And the worst part is, I think that's the one that's shiny this week too. So that's not ideal. Because that is so bad. Wait, is it the shiny? Actually, we could check in game. What are they currently selling? Head start. Oh no, the Horned Wing's actually the shiny one. Okay. So he probably gets 1 extra destroy when he becomes shiny level 2. Which still doesn't do much. It just brings his destroy from 7 to 8. But never mind, my bad. He's not the one who's shiny. The raid troop is the one that gets shiny. That probably actually looks pretty cool when shiny, but not really worth prioritizing. It's pretty weak. You're never going to use it beyond this raid week, so do not waste your shiny keys on that. Glory troop you'd literally just get for completionist sake. So both troops, unfortunately, pretty bad. How about the weapon? So this is the raid weapon you get. What is it, like 210 gems or so you have to put into the event. Explodes a bunch of brown gems, grants a random status effect to all drifting sands, and summons a drifting sands troop. So standard explodey weapon just for drifting sands. We don't know what its effects are, I don't think, unless Terran's World has it. Let me go double check. As they tend to have all the infos. Let's go check. What do we have here? Oh, we do know. It is armored, which does nothing. Leeching, which is okay. Steals 2 mana from the first enemy. Deals some damage to the first enemy, nothing, and stun. So basically it has a small mana drain and stun to the first enemy. It's not the best, though it's far from the worst explodey weapon. Drifting Sands doesn't really have too many good summons. And of course, that's the main thing that's going to be doing, is summoning those things. So unfortunately, it's going to be a pretty average explodey weapon. As you would do with any of them, you kind of just bring it out when you kind of have to. Very rarely would use it otherwise. We are getting a bit of a tweak to the trial team. We have changed the player's team to be the following. Great Maul, auto win. Sand Shark. Is that the one with 50% Devour? I'm thinking of something else. Bahir, I forget who you are. And that thing, the Wise. Let me go double check, because I forget what half these are. Poor Drifting Sands. You have so many non-meta troops. I kind of forget you even exist there. Leonis Empire, Drifting Sands, same difference. They're both in the desert and have almost nothing of use. Though it does have Scorpius and Vespera. Oh, and Yellow Gem Dragon. Oh, and Beatrix. I actually forgot. We have the faction event for it this Tuesday, too. Beatrix does reside here, doesn't it? So why isn't it not letting me drag any card? I guess because I'm not selected. Okay, that's why. I was like, wait, why is it not letting me drag? Let's see. I was trying to double check what these troops even were. Loading. Okay, Sand Shark. Oh, no, that's not the one I thought it was. It does have Devour, but it's not the Devour troop I thought it was. But, okay. You can still get a cheesy Devour in there. Who's Bahir? Why do I completely forget who Bahir is? Deal some damage to an enemy if they're a monster. Entangle them. If they are a dragon, deal triple damage. I kind of forgot this even existed. Just because it does, like, nothing. It's one of those weird banding traits, too. They started doing that randomly out of nowhere for, like, several months. And then never brought another banding troop into the game again. It was already a dated mechanic upon arrival. And I'm not sure what was the point of it. It was a really weird mechanic. This is a really weird troop. It has 2 times the monsters, 2 times the dragons, and counters both of them. Entangles monsters and triples dragons. It is really good against a monster dragon. I'm not sure if there's any monster dragon in the game. Actually, it itself isn't even a monster dragon. Despite looking like a dragon, it's only a monster. Yeah, so we're mostly just going to still be carried by Great Maul. It's going to be Great Maul into hoping Sandshark devours. Even with the other two, it's not going to matter much. Because you're just looking to devour spam until you win. This place isn't completely void of good troops. It does have Scorpius. Vespera is occasionally useful. Obviously, Beatrix is good, though it's not an event key drop table, nor is the other good one of the Yellow Gem Dragon. Honestly, event key drop table is pretty pitiful here. There's Dust Devil, though. But Dust Devil's only good because of Ironhawk. Like, if it wasn't for Ironhawk, Dust Devil would basically be unusable. Yeah, it's a weird kingdom for sure. But anyways, anything else here? That was it. Yep, that was it as far as the official thing. But as far as Terran's World, we kind of already know most of this. But of course, Tuesday faction event, we already know without even looking at. This is going to be for Deep Hive. Where is this? Raid Boss faction. So yeah, we can see right there, Deep Hive. Wednesday, we're getting the Franken Kitty. You can probably already see it in the game, but this little kitty right here. You'll be able to get this on Wednesday, so make sure to do so. This is the 2023 Halloween pet. And we'll be handing out the one from 2018 on stream on Halloween night, which is the 31st. But this Wednesday, you'll be able to go get the Halloween pet in-game, the 2023 one. This little kitty, dressed up as like Frankenstein kind of thing. It's pretty cute. But yeah, we'll have that. Definitely make sure to get it, because who knows when that'll be available again. Thursday class event, we have the Drifting Sands for Dervish. Dervish, what was her main gimmick again? Oh yeah, this was the highest dodge troop in the game, or dodge hero class. Not really worthwhile. He has dodge both on his tree as well as on his trait. He has a 20% dodge on his trait and a 30% dodge on his ability, which is about a 40-something% dodge or something. It does not stack to 50%. Well, how would you say that? But they both roll independently of each other. So you don't get the full 50% value, something like a high 30-something or low 40-something% chance that it dodges, which is still the highest. I think it's low 40% something, which is still one of the highest dodges in the game, particularly for hero. It's the highest dodge chance, but that's not really worthwhile to go out of your way to use. It's also not high enough dodge to justify using compared to any of the other broken hero classes in the game. So generally, Dervish is only used until you get it to level 100 and never touched again, unless like a event week like next week where it has 20% stats and will probably be a little bit more useful. And of course, most notable thing, all next week, Vault Event Weekend. We do indeed have Vault Event Weekend next weekend. Oh no! Wait, I just realized we might not be able to stream Moonstone Island, will we? Oh no. I might have to give up one day, because I did kind of want to stream the Halloween event for that game. But you will still do the Gems of War grind at night, obviously. But one midday, I might not be able to grind as much. Because I kind of forgot we have Vault Weekend next weekend, which is good. But, yeah, that's kind of funny. I forgot about that. Yeah, we got Vault Weekend. Honestly, they're so common these days, I don't feel a need to grind them as much, but I still want to grind it. Still got to aim for that 300 keys or so. He's got to make up for lost time on the other 2 days. Man, anyways, let's go do something. So we obviously still need to go finish every single event. We have Tower of Doom still going on for 7 more hours. Obviously, we finished this ages ago. The main way you know if you're done is if this says you're completed, and if this says 26 or higher. As long as you've done that, you're good to go. Unless your guild's trying to go for a certain rank. Let's see. Can we make it to 50? That's too far without other people's helps. I can get like 20 towards that, but we're still going to be like 80 short. It's not really worth it for that small amount of gems, so we'll be fine. Where are we in the guild right now? Right at the bare minimum, peoples. All the people doing bare minimum area. Also, they made the same mistake as me. I think we took like the wrong room once because it was marked wrong. Gabby did the exact same thing as us. That's kind of funny. Because otherwise, you should actually have 8, not 9, at this section. Which, technically, there's only one person who did exact bare minimum. We accidentally took the one room that was marked wrong initially, and I have no clue what happened there to have 2 more battles. But anyways. Alright, let's go do... I actually kind of want to start with Underspire, to be honest. We also have a lot of EXP boosters we got to go try going through today that we haven't used because we've been stalling them all week. So we are currently here, and we have 2 paths. We can either go down left or down down. And I think we're going down down, because down left looks like it's about to dead end over there. So we'll go down down and hope that is boss room over here. We'll find out in a moment. Still using the same team we've been using for most of the same time. We're simply using the Marilith into Ariali. Have the little backup poke there. And just hoping that's enough. It should be. For most fights. Hasn't really been much of an issue yet. It was initially supposed to be meant for like the quick kill mid-range, but still holding up perfectly fine at the later range. Alright, you need slightly more mana. We do have backup summon when hero dies, so Marilith will stay tanked. We do need actual mana that we use would be great, otherwise we can't really do much here. We'll take the red, get a Marilith, and then we switch Yali into Yali. If we can actually get it up. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have to cast like 1 billion times to actually hit that much damage. Also, you having Submerge is kind of annoying. Luckily, that's what Basilisk is for. We can also poke it directly with our hero. But at this point, one more Basilisk will take that out. Though we do definitely need that summon. So we'll go for a Yali there. That keeps producing us meat shields, which are very helpful. Unfortunately, Siren's spamming a little, but shouldn't really matter in the end. Just go for one more Yali, and then Basilisk kills it directly. Even though it has Submerge, we can just hit it directly with Basilisk, or a weapon if it was still alive. Basilisk ends up becoming our main finisher at this point. How far off are we? 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, I think this is boss room. It's going to be right next to the other boss room if it is. They seem to like to sandwich each other. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, boss rooms love to be next to other boss rooms. And I really don't know why. This is still something that's actually been somewhat consistent throughout the weeks. Even through whatever changes may have happened to it. They just seem to always love being next to each other. Whenever they can. But anyways, hello everyone. I don't think I said hello to the host yet because we're focusing on the spoiler thingy. But hello, yeah. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, Draco. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Lesta. Hello, Defiant. Hello, did you know you can click a spot on the map and quick transfer to that position? Yeah, if you click on a kingdom, it will do that. I normally just drag it because in the past it used to drag a little bit quicker. I'm not sure why. It feels like it drags so slowly these days. Hello, Cookie. Hello, T3. Hello, Isabel. Hello, who else hello to? Hello, Bill. Hello, Lester. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Kikolia. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, let's see. You need 2 Drifting Sands weapons to level the kingdom. They should mostly be in Soulforge this week, so. Plus, we're getting one from the event for, like, what, 210 gems or whatever it is, so that will cover 1. Then you just need to get 1 of them from the Soulforge. Hello, Chad. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so, take the skull over. Get our last little bit of mana. Can you stop creating skulls? This team does not like to take skulls. We'll get our last little bit of mana there, and hopefully that's enough to get us rolling. We'll do a Yali. He'll kill us. We'll go back. Actually, he didn't kill us. I actually kind of wanted him to there. So we can resummon our Yali. You know what? I'm just going to have to waste it. It's fine. If hero dies, it dies. It's not like Underworld where we have to worry about the death on it. Underspire gets revived basically every fight, so it'll be fine. Alright, get our Marilith in there. You're basically dead to poison, though it doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? It does matter. Let's go RNG to 50%. Go, RNG. Yeah, we got him. 50% chance he would have died there. Alright, one more room. Come on, boss room next to boss room. You know you want to. The double boss room sandwich. We didn't get a triple this week, but we can get a double. We need the red right over there. If this actually is the boss room, I really don't understand why the boss rooms love to be next to each other. It's not always the thing, but if it's possible to be, it feels like it tries to. Put them right next to each other. Because whatever method it's using to determine the rooms, it seems to love to put them like around the same place. Even for different sections. Also, Hourglass Gems, we're getting a really cool mechanic for that in November. I'm really looking forward to it. It's probably going to define the meta, too. It has potential to be so absurdly broken. Really looking forward to it. It'll be like the first real, and probably only real, to be honest, other than maybe the Mythic Hourglass mechanic that we're going to get all season. It's going to be stronger than the Mythic as an Epic. The only problem is it's not becoming shiny. Look at that! Why is this? I don't understand why, but I won't question it. As long as it works. There's so many things I still don't understand about Underspire, but honestly, if a method seems to work most of the time, we're just rolling with it. And one thing that just seems to really oddly work is boss rooms love to be next to each other if possible. And yeah, there they are. Alright, obviously we wanted to lantern this one. I even want to make the team a little bit safer, but we should be fine. Because this is the whole room that we do all of our loot for. And it still doesn't have the red gem dragon. I wonder if they're going to fix that next patch. Because they are doing a bit of an update to Underspire, so it would make sense if they, you know, made a change to that. To actually make it like function. Oh, we just got the 10% insta-kill. I didn't really need it, but sure. We're also using Assassin Hero class. As you can tell by the lack of team on enemy team. Oh, well. Oh, that's Assassin. It does nothing until it does something, and then it does everything. That is pretty much standard Assassin right there. And it should be dead. There we go. Oh, that went really smooth. And of course we get 2 major Orbs of Glory, the whole reason why we even touch Underspire in the first place and spend like 1,000 gems each week. 2 little orbs, a little bit extra rubies. Anything good from the orbs? No. Also, we still never got that 300 ingot, and we're still sitting on 299. It's gonna be like that for a while, apparently. That's still 299. Alright, well, let's go do the final fight. Shouldn't need to change anything. We got 4 attempts. Oh yeah, we didn't even need to spend 50 gems today, did we? Nice. Oh, that means we could have saved so many gems if I didn't accidentally forget to take it on that one day. Because I accidentally forgot to do the battles on Tuesday. So we didn't buy like this cheap 50 gem thingy. So I overspent, I think, by 50 gems this week. Because I had to overspend on the other day. Because we weren't able to buy the cheap 51 on Tuesday because I forgot to do any battles. You still get to keep your 7 that you get for today. But I wasn't able to claim any of the super cheap torches for today. Like, you know, when you buy it the first time, it's 50, then 100, then 150. So each day you have minimum, ideally, until you know you have enough torches. You want to ideally be buying at least 50 a day, or you know, the 50 gem pack, because that's the cheapest one. But I forgot to on that day because we somehow forgot to do. That's actually the only day so far in like the 2 months it existed that I've forgotten to do the Underspire. But we definitely got to make sure we don't miss it once they do the update. Because we're going to need those troops. There's 6 legends we're going to need to get, and I have a feeling it's going to take months to be able to get them all. Even with how much we currently do of the dungeons, it's going to take a while. Also, one thing I should be doing here, just to make sure we win, though. Actually, at this point, it's damage enough. I don't need to do it. I was going to say, I should probably Basilisk the Diamantina before it kills us. Which I actually have to there, because he got mana before we did. Got a little unlucky Marilith there. That's fine. And that's basically match. Honestly, I'm just going to kill them one at a time. Oh, no, we'll actually kill them both at a time. Get a retank up there. And then we'll just Marilith one more time, get a Rieli, and that's match. If we could just get one more mana, that'd be great. And there we go, full team as well. Not like we get more points for that. There's no point in that, but there we go. And there we go, fully completed. And apparently we got one of our tasks done. Complete battles on a single adventure board. Okay, let's go do that. Obviously, we've already taken way more than 3 tributes today. Match green gems. That must have been the one we just did with all that Marilith casting. And now let's go claim the other one. We actually have 1 hour of XP boosting today, which honestly, I think I might use most of that. I don't think I'm going to use all of that today. But yeah, I think we're going to run like 2 or 3 of those. We'll see. Definitely not running all 4. But before we do, let's go clear out adventure board. And honestly, all 3 are kind of good today. Purple deeds, a decent stack of gold, and an event key. Not bad at all. Not the best we've ever had, but definitely an above average day for adventure board. Great day for getting a task to tell us to go do all of adventure board, because we'll probably do it anyways on a day like this. Also, I end out the first code as soon as we finish out adventure board, because then I think we're going on the XP grind. I've been slacking on it this week, so it's kind of time to cash in on it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we keep using them for full value, or should we start actually like incorporating them while doing other things throughout the day? I guess we could technically make a poll for it. But what are your guys' thoughts, or what are you guys currently doing with it? Like, are you using the full 15-minute booster every day, or are you just completely ignoring it? Are you using it, but using it while doing it, like, inefficiently? Like, you know, just doing your dailies rather than, like, EXP farm team? Because lately, I've been stalling them to use them for their full value. But it does take quite a bit extra time. Because not only do you have to take the few minutes to do these tasks every day, which isn't that bad, but what comes up to be a lot of time is the 15 minutes every single day of EXP grinds if you do it completely separately. Because that adds up to be the main bulk of the time there. Have I bought in the court pants yet? No. I'm probably going to be doing that sometime this week. Haven't figured out a day yet, though, but I will be going out for it. Worst comes to worst, I'm going to have to do it during Vault weekends. But my goal is to do it sometime this week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or something. Not sure what day I'll be the freest, though. But yeah, I do still need to get cork pants, and I'll probably get a nice shirt while I'm out anyways. I already have some shirts that would be fine for it, but I might as well get a new one for the occasion. I'll remember it as the jury duty shirt for forever. Also, the day that we do jury duty on Halloween, I'm definitely still going to be wearing the jury duty shirt. We might change to something else during the stream. But we're definitely going to initially start the stream wearing exactly what we did for jury duty. Which, is still to be determined, but whatever that will be. I should get out of it pretty early, though. Like, I don't expect it going past, like, what, 3 p.m. probably? Though it's like an hour ride back, though, is going to be the problem. Honestly, the ride there and back is going to be more annoying than the jury duty itself. It's just so far out of the way. I guess it could be further out of the way, but 40 minutes is it's a decent ride. I'm not used to having to commute for work. Any job I've ever had has never been longer than like a 15-minute commute. I think the longest commute I ever had was maybe like a 20-minute commute during high school to a place. But that wasn't too bad. Oh, this is like double that. I don't know how people do like hour-plus commutes. It would drive me insane having to do that like 5 times a week or something. You literally would be spending 10 hours a week then. If you had an hour commute to and from work and you work 5 days a week, that's literally 10 hours of just driving or taking public transportation or whatever means of getting to work you have. Also, really? Bottom 3? That's unfortunate. Oh, you will take these 3. I don't think I need to change anything here. It might be faster than that. Yeah, I have heard a lot of people mention it's not that long. I keep thinking that it's going to be pretty long, but everyone keeps saying it's going to be relatively short. I have no clue. I've never been to one, so we'll find out. Maybe I'll be there for an hour, and then, honestly, there's a chance I might be there for less time than the total time driving there and from. Like, it might literally only take, like, an hour and a half or less. In which case, the drive would be more than the actual stay at the place I need to go. Which would be kind of frustrating if so. But honestly, at this point, I kind of hope they don't choose me. If they do, it'll be an interesting experience, but I kind of just hope they don't. Mostly because if they do, I will probably have to go on my birthday, which is not ideal. I would like to do other things other than jury duty on my birthday, which I still will be able to, obviously. It's only going to be like a couple hours, however long. It's still kind of annoying to have to go out of the way for that on a day like that, though. We'll go for the insta-kill over there. Takes you 10 minutes to get to work? That sounds pretty nice. I don't think I've ever had a job that close. Have I? Most of my jobs were kind of mid-range that I've had in the past. Like, they weren't, like, ultra close, but they weren't by any means the word far. Like, they were all really close, but not that close. I think the absolute furthest I ever went for something that was considered a job, even though it's not really a job, but, like, the commute to get there, was when I used to do flea marketing. One of the flea markets was a decent... Actually, a couple of them were decent ways away. But one of the ones that I went to pretty often was about as far as the college, which since I took public transportation a lot of time was about like almost 30 minutes to get there through public transportation. That would be way quicker, obviously, if you took it by not public transportation. But through public transportation specifically, it was like, it was around 30 minutes. Though realistically, it was closer to like 15-ish. Oh, I kind of lost my team already. Unless Catharix wants to infinite loop, which honestly, it's starting to do. Come on, you got this. Please, loop for once. You know you have it in you. Wow. Catharix actually knows how to win. Look at it go. They learned how to extra turn. The only problem is I'm about to have to kill this thing with a leprechaun, which is not going to work. Oh, no. Oh, come on. This thing got so far just to lose to, no! Wait. Oh, wait. He made that good for us. Wait, I can take a skull here. That's a skull. Wait. Hold. Oh, never mind. We're dead. Yeah, it's over. There's no way we're winning a leprechaun in that battle. Oh. Come on. Catharix got so far, but didn't win in the end. Actually, what Mr. Z just said, I didn't even think about that. I know that's not what he said, but I'm not sure why that made me think of that. I should show up in a mask. You know, a standard, you know, just like fabric mask. I wonder if that would make them less likely or more likely to choose me. If I showed up as if it's like still COVID. Because I'm probably going to be sitting pretty close to people anyway, so might as well. I feel like that would increase my chances of getting out. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Plus, worst comes to worst, at least no one there will get me as sick. You still have a few people at work wearing masks. I don't generally out these days. But it's mostly because I'm not really, like, next to people, like, on top of them. And I feel like during jury duty, don't you sit, like, literally on top of people these days? Like, with how they have it set up. Like, you're sitting, like, literal inches from people. So I'd prefer just not to get sick. I actually would have been paranoid about that in 2020, even without the pandemic. Because I got really sick from a flight. And after that flight, I was like, oh, I'm going to wear a mask going forward. And then the pandemic happened, and it's like, well, now it's normalized. So it's like, oh, okay, that works. Because I got really sick on a flight in, like, right at the end of 2019 going into 2020, before COVID even was a thing. Like, that was pre-COVID. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to just always wear a mask on flights now. And then COVID-19 happened, and it's like, well, it's mandated now. I don't think it's mandated anymore, but I still do it on flights. But anyways. So what are we doing? We did that. Faction Assault, you're already dead. Oh wait, no you're not. Hold up. Wait, I need to go finish the faction. I didn't even think about that. Hold up. We have 2 battles to go do in faction. Let me go do that right now. We're currently running Tesla build. I think we only have to run it for 2 or 3 more floors, so we should be fine. It won't. That's not how the process of choosing works. I'm still gonna wear it, probably. Has to sway them in one way or another. Hopefully negatively. This is the South, after all. There's gonna be like 0 people with masks. We'll literally be like the most outlierish person there. Even during peak COVID, no one wore masks around here. Unless it was like literally required for their work or something. It's likely going to be a dull case. Isn't that pretty much every case? In all fairness, isn't that basically every lower court case hearing? Like, I don't think they have anything ever that's like on the juicier side of cases. Like, it's all just like really small offenses and other things. Like, such small offenses that, like, why is there even a trial for this kind of level of offenses? Maybe not quite that low, but similarly low. Actually, it would be kind of funny if it was a marijuana charge or something. Because isn't that something that that court can still do or something? I don't remember. Because marijuana is still illegal in this state, but everyone still does it who do marijuana. So there's a lot of, you know, people getting caught with it. Driving while intoxicated. That's also probably pretty common around here as well. I thought you were dead already. I'll take a blue and you're dead then. Yeah, I know DOI is drunk driver. What do we need here? We'll take Tesla. Is that enough damage? Why do I feel like that's not enough damage? That's enough damage. I'm not sure why I buffed it specifically. It could actually be on anyone on our team. I said Dole? Wait, did I say Dole? I don't feel like I said Dole. I processed it in my brain, but I must have said something different. Lots of that in Wisconsin. I feel like a lot of cases would be drug related in this area. This area has a really, really high amount of drugs because it's a really tourist heavy area. And because of that, there's a lot of drug dealing in this area. So I feel like half the court would be drug offenses in one way or another. Either people being caught using it or people being illegal substances or people selling illegal substances. Or both. Because realistically, anyone selling it is probably also doing it. So how are we doing on points? Oh, one more fight and we're already there. Look at that. Even though we had to skip one of them because of the weird circumstance we had. We're already there still by 2:30. Which is kind of interesting because even though we skipped the whole area, though I guess we did it kind of early, we still got it finished at 2:30. Or, you know, the level 230 area. Not the time 2:30. I feel like whenever I say 2:30, it sounds like I'm saying the time, not the number. Whenever I'm referring to 2:30 for the faction. Oh, there we go. Come on, give us an ingot. I actually want an ingot for one so we can get to 300. You know how long it's been sitting at 299? Alright, we got a glory. And only a glory. Oh, we're at 160. There we go. 160 glories. There we go. Nice. Making some good progress. Alright, so, have we handed out a code yet? Because we need to go do so. I don't think I handed out a single one yet. Let me go hand out a code. Ooh, why is the computer being slow? Side computer, go, go, go. Alright, give it a moment. Technical difficulties. We'll have it in a second. It's trying to process how to open a notepad with like 5 lines of text. Well, I guess most rest of this time, what is there left to do? I guess it's just XP boosters. I think we're going to use 2 or 3. And start getting them down. Alright, let me go get this over to you guys. He'll be the first one. We'll have another one in a little bit. Let me grab that. So how many codes do we have left? I was kind of joking when I said we have 5 lines left, but I'm also slightly not joking because we're actually running low on codes. Yeah, we're running kind of low on codes. I might need to start handing out 1. Wait, we might actually need to start handing out 1 soon. We'll still hand out 2 tonight. But we might need to start going back to 1 for a little while. Because I'm actually starting to run really low, especially if we're going to hand out multiple for Halloween. Though I do have the special code for Halloween where we'll have the special pet. But, we're running a little low there. Anyways, let's go and start up the first XP booster then. Actually, let me just wait for the other thing to go. Responding to be very slow. Okay, I definitely need to go restart the side computer. I had it on all day, which is probably why it's acting up right now. I gotta always remember, restart it like at least a half an hour before we do our Gems of War stream. Because if it's been on all day, it does not want to function by the time we do Gems of War stream at night. The older computer. It's really finicky. Though it is over a decade old, so I guess that makes sense. It's actually the longest we've ever had one computer for. It is currently 10 years and a couple months old. Because I got it the summer of 2013. I remember because that's when I started college. And I basically got it as my college laptop in a sense. So I had it for everything. And it is still barely functioning. But as long as you restart every 8 hours, it's fine. Oh, come on, please, just paste the code. Maybe we are handing out one code tonight, gosh. It still has not processed that one code. Alright, maybe we'll just need to start this, and when it figures out what it wants to do, we'll give out the code. Anyways, let me go, before we need to do that, let me go set up my Dust Devil team. Go to there, go to there. Click on Dust Devil Quick Kill. Yeah, we should be good to go. It's still not doing the thing. I kind of want to click paste again, but I don't want it to paste 2 in a row. That'd be really annoying. Alright, we got the team set. Now let's go and use a XP booster. Probably use at least 2 tonight. Maybe we'll go for the 3rd. We'll see. Definitely at least 2. And let it begin. Oh yeah, I don't have a timer up. Let me go get that. Okay, this thing is not wanting to paste. I'll click it again. Hopefully we don't have 2 going in. Alright, that gives us some time to open up the timer. Timer. Alright, should open any second now. I probably shouldn't have X'd that out because now it's probably not going to work. Okay, I really shouldn't have X'd it out. Oops. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Let's make sure timer is timering. That is indeed timering. I X out of that. Other computer still on white screen. It says Chrome not responding. And all I did was paste a single line of text that is 10 characters long. And it's like, nope, don't want to function now. Let's go start this up. Oh, I clicked the button. There we go. Alright, let's go to Wild Plains. And let it begin. Oh, I need to make sure I use the more recent ones as well. Because we are still stalling some of them. Because if you are stalling any amount of XP boosters, you always want to use the oldest ones first. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the other computer. It's like behind on chat because I can see on this screen that there's been several messages that I don't see on the other one. Yet all I did was try to paste one single text line. Yeah, we're probably only handing out one code tonight, looks like. If that code even wants to get in there. The worst part is it's on my copy paste and I click cut on the other section. So I don't even know what the code is, so I need it to actually function on paste. So I can see what it is. That or I need to repaste it into somewhere where it's not going to lag as much. Like back into the notepad. Actually, that could work. Hold up. Hold up. If it's not going to go into YouTube, I could paste it back to the notepad and then type it into chat. Hold up. That could work. Oh, wait. It's working again. Wait. Hold up. It was blinking for a second. Shows that means it's trying to do something. Oh, I think we got it. There we go. That'll probably be the only code we actually hand out this year. We're actually starting to run a little low, and it's being way too slow to try to hand out the second one. There we go. Should be in chat any second now. There it is. I'm not sure why that computer does that after it's been on so long. Well, obviously, it's been like 10 years old, but it really slugs down. Like, I could leave the current computer I have right now on for 50 hours straight, like literally a week straight, and it won't really slow down at all. And I actually do that a lot of times. But that side computer, you leave it on for like more than 8 hours, it is just going to go like a slug the rest of the time. If you leave it on for a day, it'll move by frames. Like every single second will be a frame. This gets so laggy after a little while. It's really weird too, because if you just restart the computer, the first several hours, at least the first couple hours, it's like it was never... like it works perfectly. Like everything's super quick, responsive. But for whatever reason, after like 10 plus hours or so, 8 plus hours, it just gets so sluggish. I still need to find an alternative to what to do with that Photoshop program. Because I don't want to download it illegally. I could try to find a way to install what I have onto the other thing, but I really don't want to have to go through all that. But honestly, for the cost, it would be way cheaper doing that. Like getting a disk drive through a USB. That is a thing, I'm pretty sure. A USB disk drive, when you don't have a disk drive on a thing. My only concern is if I uninstall it on the other one, if it would actually want to reload onto the other one. There's a lot of Adobe's policies and everything have changed, so who knows? It could be like, nope, not allowed. And then I'll be like, huh, I should probably go look at the block market. But no, I want to do it legally with the copy that we own. Because I still want to use Photoshop, but I don't want to pay for Photoshop. Because I already own the CS5 copy, which you don't have to pay a monthly subscription for. I would never pay into their monthly subscription thing. I don't use it enough to justify it, but I also want to use Photoshop. And CS5 is perfectly fine. I think there's technically an upgraded CS6, but CS5 does everything you would need. And of course the most modern version, which is whatever they sell through their subscription. It's something like $30 a month or something, I don't remember. Something absurdly expensive. You wonder if your memory is tapped out? It is pretty high. I do need to go clear through it. That is one thing I've been meaning to do for a while now. Is go into that computer, open up Steam, and like uninstall like everything that's on that computer. Because I never play any Steam game on the other computer, but it still has like dozens of them downloaded. I'd probably uninstall literally everything except for Dota 2. Because I still have quite a bit of hundreds in Dota 2, and I'm not sure if that deletes my items if I uninstall or what happens there. I'm pretty sure it's attached to my accounts, but I still don't want to do it. I'm not even sure. Those items could be worth literally nothing these days. But I did have a few that would probably retain value even a decade later. Because I used to merch items for Dota 2 and then kind of stopped after like a couple of years. It was fun for the time, but then they started to get too many restrictions for it and just wasn't worth it. Like, even if I want to go sell off everything I have on it, I think I need to go give them ID and everything else. Because the government got on them for running an unregulated market. But it was so good when it was an unregulated market. Like, everything just went so smoothly. And then it got, like, heavily regulated, and then it just stopped selling. I still have, like, some money tied into it that I should probably sell off. Honestly, it'd be like a whole year or two of free games if I sold off every Dota 2 item I probably have on it. Even if some of them lost value, all of them likely wouldn't have. You meant another RAM memory? Yeah, I haven't actually replaced anything in that computer. Mostly because I kind of just figured it's so old at this point that I might as well just let it die out. A slow and glorious death. But it keeps not dying, so I just keep using it. It does keep getting slower, though. But it still keeps functioning, so that's fine. As long as I never leave it on for too long, it's fine. Gotta remember to keep shutting it off between, like, everything I ever need to do for it. It does take a little while since it takes a couple minutes to start up, that's fine. But yeah, my overall YouTube setup is definitely below optimal, that is for sure. My setup that I have here is like so jank if you like ran into my room. I have a really weird setup for lighting that barely works. We have two broken laptops. One being the super old one and one being this one that's broken on the screen. So all the internals are perfectly fine. Just the screen kind of had a bit of a mishap. But it still functions. But, you know, all of its internals and output is still perfectly fine. Our green screen is literally just a bed sheet. Just hanged up on some clear fishing string. Or whatever that's called, fish wire, whatever that clear string is called. I think it's called a fish hook. I can't remember what the string is called. I keep calling it fish wire, but whatever that clear string is called. That's a proper name. But, it's definitely a very, weird setup, but it works. It does what it needs to do. Also, that mic stand fall from yesterday. Yeah, fishing line, that might be it. I'm not sure. I got it from Home Depot, so I'm not sure if it's actually fishing line. I know that the hooks are called fish hooks because of those little circle hook things. They're kind of called that. Not like actual fishing line hooks, but you know, whatever those are called. Maybe they're not called fish hook. They're just called fish something. But it's like circular hooks that go into the wall. And they're currently in the that one whiteboard, whatever you'd call that frame that's on the wall. Because that was the only thing sturdy enough to put it up on. Because obviously I wasn't going to put in the ceiling. The ceiling's actually really flimsy because it's popcorn ceiling, so I can't really put anything on it. I do eventually need to take down the fan that's in this room. I do have a fan light, but during one of the hurricanes, the wiring to it got completely shot. So I've had a cosmetic fan that's just getting dust on it on my ceiling for like 6-7 years now. It just hangs there doing nothing. I was never bothered getting anyone here to like uninstall or install something new and maybe fix the wiring so we can actually get like a light there or something. Because during one of the hurricanes, the wiring to it got all jank and just doesn't work anymore. And I have no clue how to fix that. I fix it all. It's been broken for like 7 years now. Actually, I think it was broken before I even got here because I don't even think it was working. It used to work back when I was in high school, but ever since I got back here after college, it doesn't work because of some hurricane just took it out. And obviously, my mom doesn't know how to do it, and she's never called anyone, and I just haven't bothered calling anyone for it either. So it just remains broken. I'm just concerned with how much it would cost, because it probably needs to be rewired. We're going to need some kind of fixture there. That alone will cost like 50 to 100. On top of all the rewiring, that will probably be hundreds. We're talking like a 500 plus job, probably, over the course of a day or a couple days. Like, the time frame won't be an issue, but the cost for what you would get in return is kind of pricey. Like, it could be upwards of 500 bucks just to get a replacement light, in a sense. Because we'll need to rewire it all, and obviously we'll need a new fixture there. Why not tell landlord to do it? We don't have a landlord. We own the place. We have a HOA, but we don't have a landlord. But no, we actually own this place. We got it for pretty cheap, too. The market was actually kind of down at the time. This place was like $90,000, I believe. We haven't paid too much of it off, though, because the loan was for such a long duration. I think it was like a 30-year loan. But we actually own this place. I think it's worth like $200,000-300,000 now. If it was to be sold. There's no point in really selling it, though. I would eventually want to go to a location with, like, less hurricanes. I just hate kind of being on the water like this. Especially if ocean levels do eventually rise. Like, give it, like, 2 decades, this place might be underwater. Maybe a bit longer time frame than that. But, you know, at some point, realistically, this area could theoretically be underwater. It's literally, like, on the water pretty much already. Won't take much. There's a billion rivers around it. Will not take much ocean level rising to get this place submerged. Not anytime soon, but over a long period of time, like, this place will definitely not be above ground. You could watch a YouTube video and fix it in like an hour and just get a $100 ceiling fan. I'm not sure how bad the damages are, though. Is the only problem. And I wouldn't want to start the project and just have a hole sitting there for a couple days. Because knowing me, I will not get it done in a day. That would be like a couple day to week long project. In 2 decades, will I even be alive then? I sure hope so, gosh. But the HOA here is really annoying. We don't have landlords, but honestly, HOAs are almost worse. is I feel like our HOA does nothing. At least landlords, like, they try to do nothing, but they still have to do something legally in most states. Like, there's things they have to fix when they go wrong, like, legally in many states. Whereas there's, like, so little regulation when it comes to HOAs. Feels like they just do whatever with and just charge however much, like, to a degree. Because it just keeps going up, and it feels like they do less and less. You doubt it's the wiring? Maybe it's not. I have no clue. I assumed it was. Because I don't think it's the fan. And we've already had to replace other wirings from other things, issues in the past from hurricanes. Mostly because our house is so low to the ground, so whenever there's like even like remotely any flooding, it becomes a bit of an issue. Because we're not on like a high rise or anything, we're like nearly on the ground. Like as far as where the house is. It's not like elevated barely at all. Like it is ever so barely, but it's pretty much on the ground. I just realized this Palooza is almost done. And by Palooza, I mean XP booster. Not sure why, I always call them Paloozas. I'm just so used to a 15-minute timer meaning Palooza. Alright, on to the next one. Hey, Tribute's ready. Alright, we'll use one more. Alright, let's use the one that expires in 5 days. Grab our redeem code from earlier. Hey, you don't know if you don't try. True. But also, I don't want to have, like, a started project that never gets done. As there might be some things, but I just don't know what to do. And then at that point, we're just at the same point if we just had to call someone. I also don't like working with electrical stuff. There's some things I don't mind, like, trying to fix. But electrical is, like, one of those few things where it's like, yeah, probably not. It's kind of funny because my dad actually used to be an electrician. But I didn't really learn how to do, like, any of that kind of stuff. He used to be able to do literally everything with housing. He could do plumbing, he could do, like, electrician, which was actually probably his main forte. He could build up pretty much anything. Like he did everything. Like there would be houses that he would build and do like 90% of the work. Not from scratch, but you know, fixing up like one that needs a ton of fixing. Like a place like so run down, no one would bother fixing it. And in like a year or two, it'll be like perfect work condition and he would have done like 90% of the work. The only few things he didn't do was like roofings and a few other things like that, just because his back was getting bad as in older age. But aside from that, he did pretty much everything else. Like, there were houses he would buy for, like, 10 to 30,000. And then put in the work to get it up to, like, 200,000, if not more. Like, places so run down, no one would bother even buying it out. Though the market now is, like, so bad that you can't even find a place around there for, like, even 150. Like, the most run-down place in existence would probably still go for more than that in his area right now. The housing market's actually really weird right now. He's actually stopped buying houses for the last, like, 5 years. Not even necessarily because he can't even work on them, but just because the housing market has just gotten so competitive that it wouldn't be worth the time. It sounds like I need to ask my dad. I don't feel like through phone he could really give good instructions. He was never good at teaching things. Only doing things. It's hard to just mimic someone perfectly. Yeah, he's horrible at teaching anything. Especially through a phone. That'd be a nightmare. It's just kind of funny that he's like really into that kind of stuff. And like every single thing that he's into, I'm not like into at all. I'm not sure how that ended up happening. Because he's really into like fixing up cars and car parts and like everything to do with housing. And I couldn't care less about any of those things. I don't care about fancy cars or even owning a single car when there's like public transportation or walking. I never really cared about housing. Oh, why did I skip that merchant? I should have seen if it was anything useful. Like, as far as housing, as long as it, like, shelters you, I don't really care what it does. As long as it stays intact and has all the basic functionalities of what a house should do, it's fine. Because he has actually worked on, like, multi-100,000, even multi-million-dollar cars before. At least when he was younger. And I also have an uncle who actually, I'm not sure how, but within like a year period, he won like 3 really expensive sports cars. Like, you know, occasionally when you go to a location and they'll have like a weird raffle for like, you know, some kind of sports car or something similar that's worth like upwards of 100,000 or however much they are, I have no clue. Somewhere's in the multi-hundreds of thousands, but they have like a really expensive ticket buy-in. Well, he somehow won 3 of those in like a year period of time. Back when those used to be a lot more popular in like the early 2000s. I have no clue how he managed to, but he got absurdly lucky. That or he bought a lot of tickets. I have no clue which, but a combination of both probably. Actually, I saw him a couple years ago when we were seeing some family. I think he sold off most of them except for 1 though, or 2 of them. They were mostly in the garage, so I didn't actually get to see them. Because it keeps them nice and safe. This deep delve has been strange for you, has it? It's pretty much the same layout as the other one, just a little bit twisted. But the actual like way that you go about it's the same format pretty much, just slightly better multiplier. But it's basically the same thing mirrored, just with better multiplier. That does make doing rush method a little bit worse on it. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing. How would he do with hatching dragon eggs? He doesn't even trust phones. You think it's some kind of government conspiracy. He's one of those kind of people. Like, he still uses a landline because he thinks that mobile phones are some kind of government conspiracy to spy on everyone. Which, to some degree, that could still be true, but, you know. He's, like, ultra paranoid about stuff like that. I have a really weird family. I don't keep up with most of them though. Like my mom does. My dad doesn't because he has like almost no one on his side of the family. But my mom's side of the family's kind of weird. It's pretty big too. Because she was one of like 12 or 13 children. So my mom's side has a lot of family. Which I guess leaves a lot of room for the crazier side. I can't remember. She was either one of 12 or one of 13. There was some number that was double digit. It was either 12, 13, or 14. I think it was 12 or 13. You keep getting renown, but they keep counting towards nothing. Not sure what you mean by that. I don't feel like that's that common to do these days, though. Like, does anyone still have families of like 10 plus? Like having 10 plus kids? I feel like in this economy, that's not something that's done too often. Mostly because of how much that would cost. Like, I can only imagine the cost of like even 2 kids, let alone like a dozen. You know how high that would get so quickly? The faction renowns are not going up even as you're doing 30 per delve. Are you doing it in the game mode? Because that could be the problem. You have to do it through the mode where you use the, like the actual mode itself, not the Underworld version. Because there's 2 different delves whenever a delve event is active. There's the one that uses the event sigils during the time, and the other one that uses like those 3 per day system. Could it be that you're accidentally doing the Underworld one, but not the event one? Because that could be the problem. Though I'm not fully understanding the issue, though. But that might be the problem. Is that you're doing the wrong delve. Like, you're doing the right delve, but you're doing it in the wrong location. If that makes sense. Like, you're doing the daily delve, but not the event delve. Yeah, that was definitely a different generation. I don't really feel like you could do that in modern day. Like, have a family of 10 plus kids. That was like a generation or 2 ago, back when that was actually physically possible with a single wage. Because that was the crazier part, too. Like, only my mom's dad ever worked. Whereas, obviously, the mom stayed home, and which would have been my grandma, who, on my mom's side, who would have stayed home and, you know, watch after all the kids and take care of them and everything. But, that was all for 1 wage. 12 plus people. 1 single wage. You definitely cannot do that today. Honestly, even some of the best paying jobs. Unless you have some really good investments. You are not 1 wage gonna have a family of 10 plus. Some people with 2 kids both need to work just to pay for it. Let alone more. Oh, is it just not counting for the daily one? That could be the case. But I could have sworn it did for us earlier this week. Not sure what exactly the issue is then. And hopefully whatever it is, it gets fixed next patch. Because it's definitely not going to get fixed within the next 6 hours, that's for sure. Most people don't have the attention span or mental fortitude, too. Yeah, divorce rates are kind of insane these days. And marriage rates are at, like, an all-time low, too. Like, divorces are up and marriage is down. And I believe it's at all-time lows. Or, you know, all-time high for divorce and all-time lows for marriages. Marriage laws are really weird in America, though. I'm pretty sure in a couple other locations, too. There's just this increasingly less incentive to marry these days. Particularly if you're the one with more funds. But even just in general, regardless of which party has more, or even if you both have even, there's just increasingly less incentive to marry. At least in modern day. Hey, initial token. Yeah, it's quite a commitment to do. Not only just, you know, being with a person forever, but also taking care of kids for like 20 plus years. Unless the economy's booming in 2 decades from now. Oh wait, why am I taking souls over Crown? I guess it's fine. Also, did we just get back-to-back angels? I just realized that. Unfortunately, the second angel was trash. Well, at least we got an initial token. Anyone else have any other questions? Anyone want me to go over? Otherwise, we'll have the weekly video up hopefully early tonight. Hopefully we'll get it out in like 8 hours from now. Fingers crossed. If it's up later, then that means I crashed tonight. Because I'm going to stay up and try to record it. And what do we get here? 3 event keys, we'll take it. And that's probably the last of our XP there then. There we go. And we still have 2 XP boosters left. We'll use them later. We're just going to slowly keep stalling them as we chip at them slowly. As long as we don't let them inspire, it'll be fine. Let's just do one last run through. So, faction event completed. Tower of Doom completed. Has been for days. I think we finished on Wednesday or something. Guild Wars is no Guild Wars. Actually, when is next Guild War? 2 weeks from now. What week is that? Alright, that is the week of my birthday? Birthday week? No, it's the week after my birthday. Oh, my birthday falls on a Saturday. I didn't realize that. Oh, maybe I won't have jury duty on that day. Do they hold jury duty on weekends? Because I know some government places don't open on, like, Sundays. Does it also apply to Saturday? I don't think it does. I think it only applies to Sunday. Is this not a thing? Some government places don't do Sundays? I forget how things work. Anyways. Yeah, this seems to be everything. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. We'll have the video up soon as we can, and we'll go from there. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be messing around with the Drifting Sands trials. We'll be doing the raid event, and whatever else happens to be happening. And then on Tuesday, we should be getting the patch. It's not confirmed, but there's like a 99% chance, if not more, probably 100% chance, realistically. We're getting the patch on Tuesday. They haven't said we're getting the patch on Tuesday, but we're getting the patch on Tuesday, so look forward to that. It could be on Monday, technically, too, but definitely by Tuesday night, around the time we do tomorrow Tuesday stream. We should be in version 7.2, and I'll be bringing in some UI changes, some changes to Underspire, and whatever other small tweaks they're doing. Hopefully some bug fixes for various things as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your week. Catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.